Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North, and South Node fam. If you got Cap in your charts, this message is for you. Shout out to all you guys for being right here rocking with your girl. Love, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, fam. I love and appreciate every single one of you for being right here rocking with your girl. Thank you guys at Chilling Times for being right here, fam, for real. Okay. So you got somebody that wants to, you or your person switch the roles as need be, fam. Somebody's charging after you. Somebody wants your love. Somebody loves you. Somebody's ready to come get you is what I'm seeing and hearing. 6 days, 6 weeks, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2-6, 6-2 could be significant. But your person is being very action oriented, fast thinking, defending beliefs, driven to succeed. So your person is really ambitious about the decision they're making right now when it comes to love, when it comes to your guys' connection. They're ready to come get you. They're coming straight towards you. You're manifesting this person to come straight towards you because they see you as, yeah, they're just figuring out. They don't want to be immature is what I'm seeing and hearing. They don't want to be immature about what has happened or what is happening, however that is. And they're looking at the options and ways to get you back. They could be coming in this emotionally hasty, kind of immature energy. So switch the roles as need be. But I feel like they no longer want to be immature about it. And they want to come forward and they're looking at the options of how to make this move towards you. So your person's planning right now. Yeah, look, they're trying to figure out their family life. They're trying to figure out how to build. They understand that this is divine love. And they understand that you came into their life to fulfill such a beautiful soul contract with them. They know that this is a dream come true. And this is probably what they were afraid of, this commitment issues. And so it was just too good to be true. And this is what scared them. They didn't understand what divine love was. And so now they're understanding it because now that time's been apart and been away, they're starting to see the snakes in their garden. They're starting to understand the difference between divine love and low vibrational, toxic, Jezebelin, bullshit ass fucking karmic love. And your person needed to experience that and see that contrast. So this was the lesson that was learned, and they want to come back and build a happy foundation with you, family foundation. They want to build with you. They want to move forward. They want to move to calmer waters. They know that this transition, they were having to cut cords and ties, and they want to move away from the karmic contracts and the baggage that they carried in this connection when you first met, when you first both came into connection. So they could have been in a marriage where they're moving away from. 6 years is what I'm hearing and seeing. And they could have had a family, a business, however that resonates, but they're moving away from this because they're starting to see, as I was saying earlier, the immaturity and the manipulations that came with this connection, the very just disappointment, all the lack, all the fighting, all the just not, just a lot of resentment and toxic energy that came from this karmic connection, this karmic marriage, family, whatever. They're moving away from that. They want to head towards you and change the trajectory of their life because, again, you came into their life at a time where they were all wrapped up in this connection and this karmic contract that they didn't know what true divine love was. They didn't know what love was until they came across you, divine babe. Okay, my divine gems out here. Of course, we're going to shake shit up. So you shook up their foundation. You showed them what divine love was. You showed them and poured into them in such a natural and beautiful way that you already knew how to do for yourself. And so they didn't know that love language. It was new to them. It was the first time realizing and understanding what kind of love that was, until you came in and showed them that. And so now that this separation or whatever happened, the transition between both y'all, it had to happen for them to understand the difference of this toxic, low vibrational karmic cycle that they were in versus this new dynamic of what the endless opportunities of building a healthy, beautiful, divine love is. And so they want to come back and apologize. They want to forgive the past, and they want to balance everything out. And they're starting to become more stable within themselves. And they're past, they don't want to have any resentment towards, they don't want you to have any resentment towards the connection. They want to reconcile and make amends with you. And they really desire the forgiveness from you, because again, however they showed up, they came with a lot of baggage or a lot of shit that they didn't know how to, there's too many responsibilities. They didn't know how to handle all the responsibilities. They didn't know how to fit you into the chaos that was already involved in their life. And they even too didn't want to involve you in the chaos that was already going on in their life. And so this is what they're closing out and cleaning up, is what I'm hearing and seeing. And so they want to come back and start building a healthier foundation with you, start building a beautiful, just elegant and just very divine, glowing, glistening, blissful, just type of love with you. And they want your forgiveness, because they were lacking direction, and they were very controlling and aggressive and careless when it came to your guys' connection. So that's what separated you guys. That's what caused this connection to not move forward, because there was just a lot of lack. And so that's where they were coming from. And that's why this wasn't getting off the ground. And so there's a lot of delays and not a lot of completion when it came to your guys' connection. But now they're in the space of moving away and closing out these cycles. And they're now taking this space to seek more of that personal growth within themselves. They're letting go of fear, and there could have just been a lot of fear of commitment, fear of a lot of different things. Specifically fear of commitment because of whatever happened in your person's past when it came to this connection. And so they're letting go of a lot of fear. They're letting go of disappointment. They're letting go of confusion, conflict. Yeah, so there was a Queen of Swords that put them to shit, is what I'm hearing and seeing, that hung them up, that was taking from them, that was just causing them to constantly have to work. And there was just, yeah, they're just in a space of this low vibrational toxic connection. And so they could have family with them, kids with them. So that's what's causing them to be tied up in this connection. And so what's happening is the ex or whatever, however the partnership is pulling a lot of your person's resource from them. And so this is what has been causing them to feel just very incapable, is what I'm seeing, and very stuck, feeling very stuck, and just having to be in this repetitive cycle of feeling bored, of just being kind of like, is what I'm hearing is like, you know, just you're carrying everybody's load, and you're just that workhorse, or that, excuse my language for saying that donkey that's just carrying everybody's baggage, because they can see and know that you can carry it all for them. And this is where your person was at in the relationship from the past. And so now they're turning within, but they are at times are playing it safe, because this is all they know. This is all they've known. And so they're trying to set these personal goals, these inner alignments within themselves, but they're afraid of the unknown. The lack of planning is what's causing your person to go back and forth between themselves and their karmic past, and with you. But things are going to balance out. There's going to be truth and clarity. There's going to be equality, balance, and it's just going to work out. It's going to balance out. 11-11 could be significant. 11-7. Things are going to balance out emotionally, and your person's going to move away from this karmic cycle to come towards you because they really love you and want to. Yeah, look, personal transformation, fear of change. And this is what has been delaying your person because they're suffering from past resentment, past baggage of whatever they had to deal with. And so their fear of change, their lack of growing, of becoming and jumping into the unknown is what has been holding them back. But because they met you and saw that you are fearless and you thrive in the unknown, you thrive in taking chances and jumping into life and into you and the things that you love, they are inspired by that from you. And so this is what has been holding them back. So your person's going through this big transformation because they came from fear of change, and you are always open to change. You know that reciprocity of change. And this is where both of you weren't in alignment because of the different perspective of growth, of immaturity, of where you both were at in your lives meeting each other. And so this foundation is collapsing. It was a faulty foundation. I mean, Tower in reverse is like, how much more toxic can it be? As I was saying earlier, like your person was being taken advantage of when it came to this marriage, when it came to this partnership, however that resonates. But it was just a shitty, look at Queen of Pentacles, just very fucking just narcissistic. Hella narcissistic ex-wife that was just fucking taking money and using the kids as excuse to get money from your person, all this shit. So your person didn't know. Look, your person was giving too much to the past connection. They weren't getting that reciprocity. With all this Empress and Queen of Pentacles in reverse, like, and Tower in reverse, like, holy shit, how much more toxic can we get? How much more narcissistic can we get? Like, there's so much manipulation, so much sneakery, so much using money to keep this together because their title is still in a contract of being married, all of that shit. And so everything was in reverse, and that's what was hard for your person to move forward and move ahead into your guys. Look at all that. Fuck. Took for them. I'm saying there's too much fight. There's too much conflict. There's too much arguing when it came to money. Heavy emphasis on money. So this relationship was based off of money. And that's where your person was in this illusion of this is what love means. It means money. It means taking care of a family. It means doing this. And regardless of whatever's happening in the marriage, if they're divorced or not, it's still my responsibility to take care of this family is what I'm hearing and seeing. And you, on the other hand, you're the whole complete opposite. You're the whole complete opposite of that extreme. And this is what was also causing conflict in this dynamic and connection, because again, you came so free-spirited, you came so light, your load was light, theirs was extremely heavy and pulling them down, weighing them down. And this is what was causing the friction between you, because it wasn't in alignment. There wasn't the same agreements. It wasn't the same agreements is what I'm hearing. And so now your person is standing more in their power, and they're finding more structure and authority within themselves. And they can also be a boss too, entrepreneur, manager of the company, however that resonates. They're standing in their power, and they're making moves. They're making power moves, and they want to come into connection and union with you to build with you. They want to rebuild and reestablish, especially finances, and they want to collaborate and learn and implement new healthy ways of being in love and building a future with you. Ooh. Cap, this is dope. This is beautiful. You guys send a prayer to your partner for them to get clarity and heal through and be able to move away from this conflict. Yeah, because they want to try one more time. And again, at times they could feel like you're slipping away too because of so much shit that they got to go through. It's like they're in their mind about shit. If things don't change right away, then I'm going to miss my opportunity of being able to build this beautiful foundation that was given to me. And so your person is just franticking right now. Yeah, because look, this is destined. They're having, at times they're having lack of faith, and the insecurities and trust issues. They're being disconnected from themselves at times because of this shit, because of their past karmic cycle. But they have to go through it, fam. They got to go through it without you. And so they're hoping, wishing, and praying, and they know that this is meant to come into fruition again in divine time. And also you're sitting in the space of, you're allowing and letting God, your ancestors, guide you through this connection, and you're not hung up about the direction that you want to go. And so in time, this will come into fruition. So as I was saying, say a prayer to your person so that they're able to get out of this conflict and heal the space within themselves, so that they're able to come into union, and so that you both can build this legacy well together. And it's going to happen. Wheel of Fortune, fam. Ooh, Cap, this is a big message. Damn, 60 minutes for y'all. Love, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll tap in with you soon. Peace and so much love.